Alrighty. The court is
Did
now in
you
session. Chief Magistrate Jeshin Vidal
did you end up
presiding. Prosecution, please go ahead and give me your name.
Senior Constable Elijah Frosties, Your Honor.
Okay, Senior Constable Frosties, and you'll be representing Victoria Police in the state. Defense, please give me your name.
My name is Heavy J.
Your legal name is Heavy J, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, Mr. Heavy J, this is how it's going to work. The prosecution is going to tell me what they are charging you with. They're going to tell me what happens, why what happened represents a crime, and how they know beyond a reasonable doubt that you did it. You may object to the prosecution at any time. Please wait for them to finish their statement, like their sentences, before you do, just so we know what they're trying to say. After the prosecution explains why they're charging you, what you did, and why you were definitely the guy that did it, it'll be your turn to offer a defense. Please be advised that misconduct, policy breaches, and other treatment is unlikely to affect whether you are guilty or not guilty. That is for IBAC and complaints to police leadership to bring up. Unless you believe that there is corruption, it will not be relevant to your case. I advise that you focus on proving that there is a reasonable doubt that you committed the crime or proving that the actions taken do not constitute a crime. Do you understand, Mr. Heavy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will be assisting both sides by asking questions to ensure that there is a fair trial. That way, there is no risk to self representation. Prosecution, please present your case by starting with your charges.
This defendant, he will be receiving attempted robbery, along with conduct endangering life.
Okay, go ahead and present your case.
Yep, so essentially what's happened is Victoria Police has received a call regarding an armed jury hold-up. We've had units respond, I'll be known as CERT 722. Basically, I've responded that I've arrived on scene. We've had two vehicles parked out the front. One would be a black in color Chrysler 300 SRT, which would come back to the defendant's name. From that point onwards, there would be an individual inside the building to what looks to be breaking cases, which was when I did pull out my beanbag and order him to put his hands up and exit the building. At that point, he did not exit the building. However, we continued trying to get him out for a few moments. However, he decided to walk back and pull out a firearm. Whilst he was doing that, I beanbagged him before he could injure anybody with his firearm. From that point, he was put into cuffs, searched, etc., put into the back of my vehicle, where he was ready to caution. We also had other officers, Skylar Casey, and another unit breach of the building.
All right. For the record, under your MDT, under your call sign, do you have a record of the plate hit when you ran the plate?
One moment. The UJM break 328 is the
Perfect.
plate of the vehicle.
Please just save an image of that screen and find my name in the court emails and just send that over as proof that you ran the plate and are not making it up, just in case the defense would like to question your integrity. The prosecution has made their case that they arrived on scene, found a suspect breaking cases. The suspect then drew a weapon. The suspect was non lethally shot and then immediately detained. The final question for the prosecution: did you lose eyes on the suspect at any time?
I believe, Your Honor, we lost eyes for approximately like 2 seconds when I was getting out my vehicle and he was inside the building.
Okay, that's fine. Defense, what would you like to make your case on? Please go.
I was just wanting to bring up the ID me without any mask or any material on.
So to clarify, they ID'd you, and you didn't have a mask, or you didn't have a weapon, or What's the specific defense? What's
If
wrong
they
with how
see
they
my
ID'd you?
if they see my plain face.
Okay, so you're going with the curricular no face, no case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go, okay, so you believe that they did not see the suspect's face, ergo they cannot know that you are the suspect, ergo you are not guilty of the crime. We're going to run with that for a second. No, it's
Yes,
okay.
or when I was detained, my mask was never removed, or
Okay.
wasn't removed.
Yep. Officer, please walk me through exactly how the suspect was detained.
So, Your Honor, what happened was since he pulled out the firearm, he was non-lethally shot with a beanbag. After that, I cleared a rough amount of the jewelry store, which was where I would put him in cuffs. From that point, I would walk him out of the store. I would also search for some ID on his persons that would later be found in his back left pocket.
Okay. And then you proceeded to take him to a station, at which time you were getting ready to charge him, and he requested a magistrate. Is that
So,
correct?
Your Honor, he was actually getting a magistrate in the vehicle, so I just brought him here to the uh, courthouse there.
Perfect. Yep. Thank you. Okay, so defense, it appears that a suspect drew a weapon. The cop shot that suspect, placed him in cuffs, and brought him here. Are you contending that you are not the person that was shot by a police officer, put in cuffs, and brought here? Are you somebody else?
Nah, I'm not gonna deny it. I'll just get it over and done with.
Alrighty then, sir. Just curious, why did you draw a weapon on the officer instead of attempting to flee? Um,
Your Honor, to be honest, I accidentally flexed the wrong muscle. I was trying to
okay.
pull out the golf club
Well,
because I
it
knew
it
it's
it
not legal.
sounds as if the officer is being very generous here. You're currently being charged with robbery, not armed robbery, and you're being charged with conduct endangering life, not attempted murder of an officer or assault with a deadly weapon or anything like that. So it seems like VicPol is being quite generous with you. They're not even giving you engaging in a police pursuit because you attempt or resisting arrest, which they also could have. So you are getting quite light charges. Um,
Yeah, and I appreciate that on
for
their behalf.
Yep. For a lenient sentence, and only if it's true, would you like to admit to robbery of the jewelry store and drawing a weapon, even by accident, on a police officer when they attempted to detain you?
Yeah, I plead guilty to both charges.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and take Mr. Heavy J into custody. Conduct endangering life is an indictable offense. Let me bring up the charges. Okay, due to his admission of guilt, apology, and explanation for what happened on the charge of conduct endangering life, Mr. Heavy J will be given a fine of $1,500. And then, given his admittance to the charge of attempted robbery, not armed robbery, bailiff, be careful with that one. We will issue him a fine of $2,000. He will serve no less than 40 weeks in His Majesty's Remand Center. He will be taken down from here to there now. Case adjourned.